Good morning, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new 2021 Toyota Camry. Ruby Flare Pearl is the color, with lots of great options. Let's dive in. Beginning up front on the XLE Hybrid, notice the hybrid badging for Toyota. That's the blue shadow there. And the grille on the XLE is painted gunmetal gray metallic. Looks very nice on here. You'll notice we have some sensors up front here, and then we also have a camera sensor right there. So we have a 360 bird's eye camera. We have pedestrian detection, lane departure detection, lane tracing assist. Also notice that the grille itself does have a chrome bezel around the outer edge. And then we take a look at the headlights. Full complement of LED lights, including driving lights, daytime running lights, indicators. Those are automatic leveling lights, part of the package that's on here. So they're adaptive. They look really, really sharp. The color is Ruby Flare Pearl, and it looks fantastic on this car. Let's go ahead and dive around to the side of the car. Take a look at the wheels on here. So here we have an 18-inch cast aluminum wheel. It's polished, kind of a silver polish, and then you've got that gunmetal gray paint that we saw up on the front of the car. So that's an 18-inch wheel with an 18-inch tire, 235/45 series tire. Notice we have the hybrid badging here on the side. Mirrors are painted colored to match, with your indicators right in the edge of the mirror here. But then underneath is where we see our 360 camera right here. So when you sit in the car, up on the center stack, you'll be able to see around the entire car. Chrome trim around the windows, but also piano black on your B-pillar, and also the piano black trim up here on the A-pillar. Now this one does have the factory sliding moonroof, extra charge, the Ruby Flare shark fin antenna, and colored to match door handles. Okay, so here at the rear of the Camry, your lighting package, these are all LED lights, including backup lights, turn signals, and your driving lights. We do have an LED third brake light right there. Rear window defrost, standard. Blue badging for the Camry Hybrid, Camry badging, XLE and Hybrid badging. Up under the handle here, this is your backup camera, which works with the 360 bird's eye. And there's also a pad right here that allows you to open the trunk as long as you have your keys with you. We also have backup sensors and cross traffic alert. So if you're backing up and somebody goes behind you, it's going to automatically brake the car for you. The lower part of the bumper does have a matte finish, kind of a flat black. And then we have a single exhaust tip coming out the back. It's a chrome exhaust tip. Here's a look up underneath. Let me know if you find this interesting or helpful. Might be a view you wouldn't normally see. On the corners down here, these are reflectors, so those don't light up. They're just to add visibility for cars coming behind you. Let's go ahead and dive into the trunk. Okay, taking a look inside the trunk, it does have a nice wide opening, and it's also wide in this area here, so you should be able to fit 2, maybe 3 sets of golf clubs in there. And it's also very tall, so big bags of luggage can fit in there. Rear seat comes down 60/40. I've got 60% folded down here. The release handles are up here for that. There's also a cargo light up underneath here as well. And then over on this side, there's a hidden panel here, and I'm just going to open that up for you. And that's where your battery is. to go ahead and jump start the vehicle so they don't put the battery under the hood. It's here in the back. And then down underneath the floor, which is relatively flat, you can go ahead and lift this up here. There's a little hook on here that allows you to hook it up. There's your toolkit, some miscellaneous storage compartments, and then underneath here is where you find your temporary spare tire. There is room enough under there for jumper cables or emergency equipment, first aid kits, those types of things. So overall, a nice large trunk, and there is an emergency release handle right here in the event that somebody gets stuck in the trunk. Okay, diving in on the driver's side, on the door real quickly, there is a padded armrest with brushed aluminum trim here leading into the door handle. Power windows all the way around, they're backlit, they're auto up and down. Power door locks, power mirrors. There's a place down here for maps and a bottle holder. And then here's one of 9 speakers that come as part of the navigation package. So 9-speaker JBL audio system. Take a look at your driver's seat. These are leather seats. They're ventilated, heated, very comfortable with a gray racing stripe down the center. And then it does include XLE dual power seats, front driver, front passenger. Driver's seat has power lumbar support, passenger seat does not. Over on the lower portion of the dashboard, there's a number of switches here. Automatic high beams on and off, traction control on and off, bird's eye 360 camera on and off, trunk release, gas door release, and a heated steering wheel right there. So lots of switches there for sure, and a storage compartment for your pocket change. Up on the dash, I want to point out we do have a light gray contrast stitching, brushed aluminum bezels around your vents, and a gloss black trim as well. Let's go ahead and dive in the driver's seat and see. Okay, behind the wheel of the Camry XLE Hybrid, the steering wheel is leather wrapped and it's padded. Toyota's 3-spoke steering wheel on the Camry. This side includes controls for your information center, which is up here in the gauge cluster. I'll show you that in just a moment. Voice activation, Bluetooth connectivity, controls for your sound system here. And then over on this side, controls for your cruise control, your dynamic radar cruise control settings, lane departure on and off, and you can change radio stations here as well. Also, there's a driver's side airbag built into the steering wheel. Up on the right-hand side, controls for your front washer wipers, and then over on the left-hand side, controls for your headlights. Now these are automatic headlights and automatic high beams, so you can set those up to go on and off by themselves. Take a quick look at our gauge cluster. Let's go ahead and start it up so you can see what it looks like when you wake it up in the morning. Now we do have smart keyless entry system, so you do get the push button start and the keyless remotes. So as a hybrid, the gas engine does not start right away. It won't start until it needs that extra energy. And so there it went there and started up. On this side are all the gauges for your hybrid charging system. Engine temperature, here's that information center I mentioned earlier. And then over on this side, speedometer and your fuel gauge. Now the information center, it's a 7-inch information center. So there's a boatload of information in here. Got a clock up here, and then you can use the controls here on the steering wheel to toggle through the different information that's available, including a compass, fuel economy, sound system settings. You can monitor your charging system, and then these are all your pedestrian detection, lane departure, blind spot monitoring, rear traffic alert. So all types of information can be controlled or managed within that system. So you can see that pre-collision, parking assist, blind spot, rear cross, traffic alert. Quite a bit of information controlled through the information center. Well, let's take a look at our center stack. This is the navigation package. So we do have the large dynamic navigation system, and it is a touchscreen. It's got a ton of interesting features, including points of interest and those types of things. When you get at the dealership, I'm sure they'd be happy to go over all of that with you. It is a JBL audio system, and it does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible. Also Sirius satellite radio, so you get 3 months of premium Sirius radio, or SXM radio, if you will. Notice the center stack is kind of a piano black, but this is a metallic piano black finish. And then the center stack up here, the tablet, is new for 2021, so it kind of stands more upright. In the 2020, it was integrated into the dash, where here it kind of stands out a little bit more from the dash itself. Moving down the center stack, rear window defrost, automatic temperature control, so it's a dual zone, front driver, front passenger. We do have rear window defrost, of course, but also heated outside mirrors. So when we turn on the rear window defrost, it clears off the outside mirrors. Turning our attention down to the lower portion of the dash, down on the console here. On the left-hand side, there's USB ports, 12-volt charger. There's QI wireless charging down here. Turn that on and off so you can throw your smartphone on there and wirelessly charge. And then there's a storage compartment right here, kind of a hidden storage compartment. Moving back on the center stack, or center console, dual cup holders here with a kind of a brushed aluminum trim all the way around here, and a gunmetal gray trim here. So it looks really refined, really nice cockpit. Automatic transmission with manual shift modes, so you can bring this over here and then you can switch out the gears yourself if you want to manually shift. No paddle shifters on this one though. We do have an Eco, Normal, and Sport mode for the transmission. Eco gets you your best fuel economy. Sport makes it feel a little bit sportier, although I think it's hard to categorize a Camry XLE as a sporty car, but it does perform pretty well. Here's your controls for your ventilated and your heated seats. Of course, you have 3 temperatures for both heat and the ventilation. Parking brake is here, push button parking brake. And then turning our attention to the armrest, this is large enough for 2 arms, so you won't be fighting over arm space. It's stationary, it doesn't slide back and forth. And then when you open it up, it's got quite a bit of space under there. There's 2 charging ports here, one your traditional USB, and then for 2021, they added a USB-C right here, so that's a new feature for 2021. Take a look on the passenger side here. You can see that brushed aluminum trim, bottle holders down on the doors, speakers down on the doors, and here's a quick look at your glove box. Of course, you do get the owner's manuals. There is an ambient lighting inside the Camry. I think you can probably see that. There's a little bit of blue that follows all the way around here, and then the lighting down on the floor is kind of a blue color as well. It looks pretty nice. This is faux wood. It's kind of a gray wood pattern. I'm sure it's plastic, and then Softech fabric up on the padded dash. Then this does have the JBL audio system, so you pick up speakers up here in your A pillars. Again, 9 speakers on the JBL audio system, so a really great sound system. Up here we've got a passenger assist grip, vanity mirrors on both sides that light up, visor extensions. Overhead console includes LED map lights and overhead lights. We do have Safety Connect right here, and then our power moonroof controls are here, so we can open, close it, slide it, all that good stuff. Our rear view mirror is automatic dimming electronically, and then we do have home link, so you can set up your garage door openers to function by pushing the buttons up there. So that's a quick look up front. Okay, jumping into the back seat, just like up front, we do have the brushed aluminum trim here that runs into the brushed aluminum door handle. Of course, a power window switch, bottle holder, and one of the 9 speakers down on the bottom of the door. Take a look at your seats, leather seats in the back. These are not heated, they are perforated, and they're not ventilated. There are 3 seat belts back here, child safety seat anchors down here in the seat. There's a folding armrest with cup holders in the back. Go ahead and jump inside. Map pockets on the backs of both seats and rear seat vents. But what's missing back here, and I can't figure out why Toyota won't put charging ports back here, no charging ports for your electronic devices, no USB ports. Passenger assist grip here, laundry hook, and LED reading lights in the back seat for your back seat passengers. Plenty of legroom back here. I've got that seat about halfway back, and you can see I've still got more than a hand's length of knee room, so no problem fitting 3 adults in the back seat. It truly is a 5-passenger sedan. Okay, take a look at the engine. This is a hybrid synergy system, so you've got a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine, and that's mated to electric motors. So the combination between the motors and the gas engine, 208 horsepower, and it achieves 46 miles per gallon. That's pretty good out of a full-size sedan like this. Also, the transmission is a CVT automatic transmission, and the warranty package, pretty extensive, but the big ones are the powertrain warranty, 5 years, 60,000 miles. The hybrid battery is now 10 years, 150,000 miles. And then there's a limited warranty, which covers everything except for the engine, for 3 years or 36,000 miles, and that's a coverage for manufacturer defect. So no damage caused by an accident or misuse or abuse. And then you do get Toyota Care. Toyota Care, 2 years, 25,000 miles, oil changes, all of your fluid top-offs, any of the recommended maintenance by Toyota, including your tire rotations, that's included for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Okay, that's the brand new 2021 Toyota Camry XLE Hybrid Edition. Ruby flares the color, lots of great features and options. Can you imagine 46 miles per gallon? What a great vehicle. Stop by, take one for a spin. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.